Hi guys, in this episode of RTK, I'm gonna be continuing with my reactions to the recent Dreamcatcher album, Apocalypse Save Us. The songs that we're gonna be checking out in this part of the reaction are going to be the song Always, and we're gonna be also starting off the solo songs, including the first two solos, which are by JiU with her song Cherry, and SuA with the song No Doubt. And I gotta say, I'm definitely more excited or interested to see and hear what the solo songs sound rather than the final group song in this album, because after we listen to the song Always, it's only solo songs until the end. It seems like, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong, but no, I'm pretty sure it is just solo releases. Yeah, it looks like it. So, yeah, I'm hoping that I'm gonna like Always as well, maybe as much as I did for Starlight. So far, Starlight is the only song out of the B-sides that I really like, and would definitely go out of my way to listen to in any situation. Otherwise, the songs of this album are definitely not bad by any means, but are definitely not as memorable and as epic and as impactful as the B-sides of their previous full album were. So in that regard, I'm slightly disappointed, but still the quality has actually been more consistent than it usually is for Dreamcatcher, in my opinion. So I'm overall on the positive side. It's just that I'm not necessarily mind blown by this album. But like I said in my reaction to the title track, and I'm pretty sure I also mentioned it in the reaction to the the first three songs, I honestly never expected that I was gonna be blown away by this album. I pretty much expected the same experience that I had to the recent Stray Kids album, Ordinary, and at least the experience I've had for these songs has been better than that, so it's not all bad. But still, we have three songs to check out, so let's just start getting into it, so we can get through with it quicker, with the first song, Always, in 3, 2, 1. Oh, is this one gonna be another slow ballad? It also looks like it's long as hell. The video that I'm watching is like 5 minutes long. And sure, like 40 seconds of it are just copyrighted music, so the person who has posted the lyric video can get money for it, but so I guess the commenters on Reddit were correct about this album. It is another album that is moving away from the hard-hitting stuff that Dreamcatcher releases, which is disappointing in my eyes. I don't mind them trying out different stuff and having some different songs, but I want at least one hard-hitting song like they usually do per album. That's kind of what I solidified my thoughts on. And all that said, it's not like it's a bad song. It sounds nice. I like it, but it's not what I'm looking for, you know? Man, that Norwihe sounds so good. I love that. Man, this is unlike almost anything I've heard from Dreamcatcher. Now that I'm actually listening to it and not talking over it, I like it. This definitely proves that this album is more reminiscent of Everglow, just like how Stray Kids' recent album was very reminiscent of ATEEZ for me. Because Everglow's B-sides are fucking amazing. Whereas for Dreamcatcher, it could be a hit or miss, in my opinion. At least in terms of whether I actually enjoy the song. Man, I love that Norway hair part. Man, how is this song not over yet? I love that part, man. Man, at the very least, I hope that this more mainstream sound they're doing with this comeback and with every single increase in comeback, I at least hope it brings them fans, because at least that I can kind of justify it in my head. And like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate this song. I actually enjoyed it. Like, I feel very much about this song, like how I felt about Together. It's nice. I'll definitely listen to it whenever I'm like chilling at my PC and editing thumbnails or editing videos or doing anything that doesn't require me to listen to stuff. But it's not really the kind of song that I listen to most of the time, which is like usually like very energetic and in your face kind of stuff. So in that regard, I am annoyed that we're not really getting that many or any really hard-hitting songs in this album. But the songs that we do get are not bad. Like this, the approach for the B-sides of this album very much seems like what the approach for Everglow's B-sides is, like I said. Because Everglow's B-sides, a lot of them are like very like kind of retro and just slower and more moodier like this. But are still like very high quality and still manage to be really good and sounding. And this just feels very reminiscent of that. And I honestly don't necessarily mind it. Like I said, it does make for good songs. But part of me is just disappointed that we're not getting the kind of B-sides Dreamcatcher does, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I still like this song, like that Norway part is so catchy and so memorable and really carries the song for me. I really like it. So in terms of the quality for the of this song, I definitely want to give it like a 10 out of 10 because of that. And I probably will, honestly. I do think it's really good in that regard. But again, I'm ultimately, personally, still disappointed that it's not like a hard-hitting song. Not that I expected it was, but I just want to get at least one. Like, as long as a group gives me at least one of the kind of songs that I love them for, they can do whatever they want, you know? Because, personally, I really hate whenever a group that I've fallen in love with decides to switch up their sound into something that doesn't appeal to me as much. And that's why I prefer for groups to stick with one sound. Like for Dreamcatcher, I would like them to stick with their rock-inspired and rock-influenced sound because I like it. I think they do it good. And if I want any other kind of song, as a multi-fandom kind of K-pop fan, I can literally go to any other group and get that stuff. If I want ballads, I'll go listen to B2B. If I want rap heavy stuff, I'll go to 80s, Stray Kids, Ace, NCT, there's plenty. I don't need them all to do everything, you know? So in that regard, it does bother me whenever groups start to switch up their concept. But at least, I've decided that as long as I get at least one B-side from them, or at least one song per album that does appeal to my tastes, and continues to be what they used to do, it all would be fair for them to do any other kind of sounds, because I feel like that is not asking much, to at least give me one typical song that they release. And we're not really getting that in this album, which disappoints me, but I honestly don't really have the energy to be mad about this, and I also think it's kind of a silly thing to be mad about, but whatever. But yeah, honestly, I am gonna give this one a 10 out of 10. I think quality-wise, it is a good song. So far, all the songs are honestly 10s out of 10s. Like, quality-wise, all the songs seem to have managed to hit everything perfectly in terms of what they were trying to do versus what they ended up doing. Like, they did everything exactly like how they wanted to. And one of these songs was even like above 10 out of 10. So far, quality-wise, it's definitely a consistent high, just like for their previous album. But in terms of like uniqueness and iconicness from song to song, it's definitely weaker. And it's not really gonna get stronger. I really doubt I would be blown away by all of the solo releases which are left, which is pretty much all the songs that are left right now. So without further ado, let's get into the first solo song of the album, which is JiU's Cherry. So without further ado, let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. Is this the first solo releases that they've done? I mean, I know that we have the solo release by SuA, which I think it was called Paradise. I flipping love that song. I wonder if they actually worked on their own songs. I really hope they did. It would be really cool if they did. I like that this one is a little bit more fast-paced. I feel like we got a little too many slower-paced songs in the B-side so far. So it's a little refreshing to have a fast-paced song. Although I definitely feel like this doesn't feel as I don't want to say that it doesn't feel like a high quality, because I don't think it feels bad, but it just feels like more like a typical B-side, you know? There's definitely parts of this song that I kinda like, but overall, it's just fine, you know? Like, I'm not really getting anything that mind-blowing. I do like hearing her sing, though. It definitely feels like her song. In the sense, like, it feels like it represents her. Like, this is JiU. So I'm expecting that all of the songs in the album are gonna be like that. Like the solos. Like, this song very much feels like bright and sunny, and it just makes you smile, you know? It gives you that vibe. I can definitely imagine what the music videos for a song like this would be, with like JiU sitting beside a pool during the summer and just like sunbathing and just being happy, you know, enjoying life. Like, I definitely kind of like the vibe of the song. It's not necessarily bad, but I just feel like it feels more like a typical B-side. It hits all the beats of like a typical B-side and doesn't really have anything that intriguing or interesting. It's fine, like, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad song by any means. I still think it's even catchy, and even I myself like it, but it's not really a song that I would go out of my way to listen to. It's fine, but it's nothing really special. And in terms of a rating for this one, I think I'm going to go with an 8.3 out of 10, which, yeah, it might seem like a little bit of a drastic drop from everything being 10 out of 10 to like an 8.3, but it's a solo release and it's a B-side, so yeah, 8.3 out of 10 is still a high score. Yes, I tend to push my ratings to always be, I've always been like kind of biased with my ratings to always be like between like a 6 and a 10, and sometimes even above a 10, but so that kind of makes giving a song an 8 out of 10 kind of giving it average score, but it's not necessarily average. Like, it's a good song. I like it. I like the vibe, and I like what JiU brings to the song. I like the song because of her, is I guess one way to put it. But I don't really care about the song if she wasn't the one singing it. Or any Dreamcatcher member for that matter. But yeah, so far we're off to a decent start with the solos. I'm definitely excited the most for SuA's, Xiyeon's, and Gahyun's solos, because those three, at least for SuA and Gahyun, I don't know exactly what direction they're gonna go with their songs, because SuA is supposed to be like a I don't know what's the specific term for it, but she's like listed as a rapper in the group, so I'm curious whether they were gonna go with something like that for her song, or something a little bit more edgy or girl crushy. And for Gahyun, who actually has rap in Dreamcatcher songs, I'm curious again for her where they're gonna go with her song. While for Xiyeon's case, I liked her previous solo release. I'm curious how I'm gonna feel about this one. As for the other ones, like, I feel like it's pretty obvious what the kind of songs for Handong, Yeokyeon, and Dami are going to be like, so there's nothing really to be curious about. I feel like there still could be good songs, but it's just that I can easily see what they're gonna be doing with their songs. But yeah, now let's get into the second solo release by SuA, called No Dot, in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, but it's definitely giving off a bad bitch energy. I like the vibe so far. Okay, I definitely like this one. Ooh, I love that hairdo. Okay, this is really fire. I like it. I'm glad, because I'm pretty sure she is my bias in the group. Can we get her to rap more in Dreamcatcher songs, please? I love that. I love her rapping. She's my bias, and I feel like she also kind of somewhat rapped in Mason. I feel like at least it was leaning towards doing something like this. So, yeah, I definitely like her parts in Mason. She might be carrying that song for me as well. But I love that this song is like that kind of like golden song, where it's like a perfect balance between rap and singing. Also, this song definitely has a little bit of a reminiscence of 80s music, which makes goddamn sense because the same people work on Dreamcatcher and 80s music, for those of you who don't know. It's the same team, at least it seems like. Or some of the same team. Like Liz and Olander, who are the main producers for Dreamcatcher, also work on 80s. And hell, I think even one of the artists under KQ Entertainment, 80s company, I think his name is Maddox, but I'm not sure whether he was an artist or not because I don't listen to him. He also, I think, wrote for this album. But yeah, I honestly kind of want to listen to this one a second time. I love it. It's exactly the kind of music that I love. Hard-hitting, rap-heavy, girl-crushy, edgy, grungy, I don't know what to call it, hip-hop. I love that stuff. I love it. And hearing SuA rap, when she pretty much never does it, despite the fact that she's listed as a rapper, yeah, I love it. I do like it. I'm glad that my expectations for this song were met, and I don't know if it was necessarily surpassed, but they were definitely met. I expected that the song was gonna be like this, and I'm glad that I guessed it correctly. I hope I'm guessing for the other what the other songs are gonna be like. Although sometimes a surprise is also nice, but hopefully it's a good surprise, not a bad surprise. But yeah, I'm honestly gonna just listen to this one a second time. I really like it. I really do. So yeah, let's get into it again in 3, 2, 1. Oh, I'm gonna play the shit out of this song. Although similarly to JiU's song, it definitely feels like of a lower quality compared to the group songs. I don't know why. It just doesn't feel necessarily as like polished. Man, I'm really curious to see people's reactions to this. And also for this song, just like for JiU's song, I can definitely imagine the music video for this. I really wish those songs had music videos, man. However cheap they would be, I would love for that to have been a thing. Man, I'm so happy that my bias killed it. Man, this is so fucking good. It's not mind-blowingly good, but I'm perfectly satisfied with this, man. I love it. Yeah, this is definitely a dance break. Man, I really wish we got a music video for this. Like, even if it's like one of those genuinely like no budget music videos that Dreamcatcher does. I like, just do that, like what they did for like Break the Wall or Sahara. Just do that and I'll be just fine. I'll be happy and satisfied. You know, I just want to see a music video. But yeah, man, this is a good one for sure. I really, really like this. Like, so far out of this, the B-sides of this album, Starlight and this song are definitely gonna get a lot of play from me in any situation. While the rest are almost definitely gonna get a listen whenever I'm just like editing thumbnails or doing stuff like that with my PC, whenever I feel like listening to K-pop. Yeah, I like this one. I don't know if I necessarily want to give it a 10 out of 10 though, because like I said, for JiU's song, it just, for whatever reason, the solos definitely do not feel like as high quality. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the production. I just don't know. For whatever reason, they just do not feel as complete, if that makes any sense. So, just like with JiU's solo song, it is gonna be a little lower from the other songs, but I still love it. And for me, it's still perfect, you know? But I am going to give it a 9 out of 10 instead of a 10 out of 10. Because that's just what it feels like. It feels like a 9 out of 10 kind of song. But it is a good song, and it's probably going to be my favorite out of the solos. That is kind of my expectations. Right now, to give you like kind of like the gist of what I expect all the songs to be like, I expect Sion's solo song to be similar to Paradise, and for me to maybe like it a little less than Paradise. I expect that Handong's solo song might surprise me in some ways, but I feel like it's ultimately gonna be like a too slow of a song, like kind of like a ballady song, so I'm not really gonna be that interested into it. For Yuhyun's song, it is kind of in the same realm as JiU's, although I feel like it's gonna be a little less like happy and a little bit more serious, but still not as serious as Sion's song. It's still gonna be kind of like that middle ground. For Dami's songs, I expect that it's obviously gonna be rap heavy like this song was, but I don't really expect to like it as much, even if it was as rap heavy as this. And for Gahyun's song, I feel like that song has the biggest possibility of being as good as SuA's song, because she's kind of in the same situation as SuA, where she sings a lot, but she also is kind of like a rapper in the group, so I'm kind of expecting potentially something similar to this in some ways. But we'll see. We'll see what each of those songs is going to be like in the next couple of parts. I think we have 3 more parts according to my notes right there. We're going to be having 3 more parts of this album reaction, so see you there. But yeah, before we end this video though, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 1 patron on Patreon, Deadpool. Thank you for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you have decided to support me and have continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. Another thing that I also want to tell you guys before we end this video is something about me that some of you may or may not already know. That will also explain why do I look and dress the way that I do in my videos. That thing being the fact that I am trans. In particular, I am somewhere between a non-binary person and a trans woman, though I am unsure at the moment and probably won't be sure until I talk to a professional who deals with trans people. But that is where the reason why I'm telling you all this comes. I need your help. Due to the fact that I live in a homophobic and transphobic Eastern European country, with a family that won't really ever accept the fact that I'm trans if they ever found out, it's not really feasible or easy for me to transition here with minimal to no repercussions. So that's why I would really appreciate any kind or any amount of support that you guys can give me with this. That said, I don't want to guilt trip you or anything. I don't want you to feel like you have to help me. So if you don't want to or you don't have the means to help out, That's okay, don't feel bad. I just want you to know that it would be greatly appreciated if you did help me get out of this situation. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask me, and thank you for hearing me out. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you haven't enjoyed my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Coffee account, where you can pledge support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with someone who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!